Environment. Environment is everything around us. It can be a living or non-living thing. People and other living things are dependent on our environment. It has the natural resources that we need to survive. These are things that surrounds us and affect the way we wanted to live on earth. The air we breathe, the water that we use in our everyday lives, the trees and animals that surrounds us. Our environmental was in a pretty good shape before. The air is pure, the water resources are clean, the soil is fertile, and people used to live happily with our natural resources. But because of our need to survive, we have neglected to take care of the environment that we live in, that case damage to our Mother Earth. Due to the rapid urbanization and overpopulation, there has been a massive destruction in our environment that we need to stop immediately. A clean and healthy environment has been an ambition of many people for a long period of time. But let's just face it, some people do not attempt to stop exploiting the environment and keep it free from pollution. One of the reasons why our environment is suffering is because lots of people throw their garbage everywhere that blocks drainage, that can cause floods, which will bring massive damage to the environment and lose thousands of lives. We can prevent this from happening if we are responsible enough to segregate our own garbage so that we can identify and dispose it properly and recycle those that we can. To prevent flooding, we must maintain the cleanliness of our surroundings. To save water, we must ensure that we should turn off water when not in use. We can use water for toilet use. We can plant trees in our backyard. We can recycle those plastics to another useful item. We must learn to live in a way that will sustain our world, like learn to use our natural resources, which include air, seas, forests, fresh water, and farmland, without damaging them. As the populations expand and greatly increase from time to time, we have to keep the world in a condition so that our future will have the same natural resources we have today. We can use recycled paper to help save trees, save animals that are nearly extinct. We must save the planet Earth so that the future generations may live in a peaceful place, a place that pollution does not exist, a place that our children are safe from any harm from pollution, so that they can play every day without worrying that they may get sick. We should start to raise public environmental consciousness as well as actively implementing change. We should start from our home, learn how to clean, preserve, and use properly our resources. We need to take care of the environment by planting trees, conserving water, refrain from using plastics, quit smoking, and lots of things we needed to stop to save and preserve our Mother Earth. Environmental protection is critically needed to the survival of the present and future mankind. Here is an example of environmental speech from Miss Arcana Sharma, an entrepreneur, director, White Planet Technologies, PYT Ltd. Masters in Computer Application and Business Administration. A passionate writer, writing content for many years and regularly writing for IndiaCelebrating.com. and other popular web portals. Always believe in hard work. Where I am today is just because of hard work and passion to my work. I enjoy being busy all the time and respect a person who is disciplined and have respect for others. Good morning to the excellencies, my respected teachers and my dear friends. The topic of my speech is environment. Environment is the surrounding in which we live. It is the source of life. Our whole life is dependent to the environment. It directs our life and determines our proper growth and development. Good or bad quality of social life depends on the quality of our natural environment. The need of human beings for food, water, shelter, and other things depends on the environment around us. There is a balanced natural cycle exists between environment and lives of human beings, plants and animals. Human society is playing vital role in degenerating the natural environment, which in turn negatively affects the lives in this planet. All the human action in this modern world directly impact the whole ecosystem. All the action have brought a big change in this planet, which result in many environmental problems, increasing demand of technologies and industries in the modern time impacts the nature. The increasing invention of new technologies has changed the interaction of people with environment, which permits more population to grow. The modern technologies have immense power which has already the whole environment in an imagined way. The indiscriminate use of environment is the root of ecological crisis. Such continuous increase in the technologies and human behavior are correspondingly very serious. Such amazing technologies have become the reason of economic growth in 20th century. However, it had dramatically affected the natural resources. Some of the environmental problems are rapid growth in world population, deteriorating natural resources, diminishing forests and wetlands, erosion of soil and coral reefs, depleting underground water, regular shortage of fresh drinking water, vanishing plants, salinization in Africa, Asia, Latin America, and Middle East. Some other issues are loss of biodiversity, rapid extinction of some important animal species, collapse of fisheries, rising air and water pollution, rise in atmospheric temperature, thinning of ozone layer, spoiling rivers, season underground resources. Even though science and technology have radically altered the terms of adaptation to the nature, we still need to adapt to the environment. Human society is embedded in an environment. We must not forget that the human being is first and foremost any animal sharing living space with other animal species in an environment on which they are mutually dependent. It is our responsibility to save our environment and earth and make the possibility of health and happy life here. Thank you. Another author is Aarti Shukla. Being a literature person, I am extremely passionate about reading and pouring down my thoughts on papers. So, what better than adopting writing itself as a profession? With more than 4 years of experience in the given field, I have been able to build online reputation of my clients and supported them with content in various niches. such as travel, fashion, home decor, science, and technology. To name a few, however, when I look back, it feels as if it's just the beginning of this journey, and still there's a lot more to explore through the magical world of books and reach out to a wider audience through my flair for writing. Good morning, respected principal, teachers, and my dear friends. Our topic for today's assembly is safe environment. What is environment? I know we all will have different definition for the single word. In very simple words, I will address environment as the surroundings in which we humans or plants and animals live. Now, let's just think that we ever like to live in the surroundings that are bad or unhealthy. No, right? We always want to live in the surroundings or the environment that is safe for us and others. An ideal environment is the one that does not lead to human disease and the extinction of natural resources, plants and animals. Human beings play a vital role in the conservation of the environment. Good or bad environment depends on our activities. By our unscrupulous actions, we are contributing to the generation of the natural environment, which in turn negatively affects human life on the planet Earth. All the human action and activities in this modern world directly impact the whole ecosystem and environment. We should monitor our actions and ensure that we restrict our hazardous activities so that environment can be safeguarded. It is our duty to protect the environment. But today, our environment is under threat because of our deeds and decisions. We are responsible for pollution in the environment, deforestation, mining, unjustified usage of machines and electricity, using several vehicles for traveling short distance, etc., are responsible for pollution, global warming, depletion of natural resources, untimely rains, cyclones, diseases, and life amidst pollution, and many more are the traits that show we are living in an imbalanced environment. Knowing this that we are ruining the surroundings for us as well as future generation. We should stop right away. We should control our activities that threaten our environment. Saving environment is not a big task. It is not something that cannot be tackled. We just need to take a few steps like save natural resources such as water, energy, etc., dispose of our waste the correct way, not litter around on roads and public places, etc. Grow more trees, use public vehicles, and avoid using personalized vehicles for each member, controlling industrial waste, etc. Isn't it simple? Yes, it is. We only need to be cautious and have control on our actions, and we will surely end up at least reducing the bad effects and doing our part in saving the environment. To conclude my discussion, I would like to request you all to please do your bit and monitor the activities you perform and also educate others to safeguard their actions and protect environment. We should promote and contribute to the projects run by the government and various NGOs that focus on saving the environment. A lot of major environmental problems would disappear if we all curb the excessive use of petroleum, coal, and natural gas. Let us grow more trees and create all possible ways to dispose of waste correctly. The focus should entirely shift on renewable and reusable source of energy. This would help save environment from global warming. Thank you. Keep spreading the message.